How's it going, folks? Welcome back to another video. Today we're in the hide and we're going to be doing some bird photography. So what I'm going to be doing is hopefully I'll be waiting here for a couple of hours and the buzzard will be landing down, or crows or magpies or some jays. We've had some activity here over the last couple of days. I've been putting out seeds today, and I've actually put out a little something for the carnivorous animals, which is some roadkill. Now I'm going to be getting into my thoughts on baiting later in today's video, but this is kind of the first time I've used this hide in a while, so hopefully we're going to be in here a little bit more over the coming weeks before the hide kind of season ends. So my setup is today the Canon 90D Tamron 150-600 Rode Video Mic Pro R and some headphones. So yeah, that's the setup. Hopefully we see some activity, and yeah. Just landed, and there are magpies everywhere. Fingers crossed he comes back. So, the magpies are now coming in and out. The buzzard landed for a split second, but he's literally, I think he's in the tree above me, so hopefully he comes back down and we can get some pictures of him. Now, magpies are really interesting animals. They're highly intelligent and they mate for life. And they're known to be able to count up to numbers of around 7, which is, I think, incredible for a bird. Okay, so there's been a slight change in the weather, which is fine. It started to rain, but it just gives me an opportunity to talk to you about my thoughts on baiting. Now, this has been quite a hot topic, well, since it kind of started, hasn't it? There's been two sides to it. Some saying it's fine as long as you do it in moderation, and some people are saying you shouldn't do it whatsoever because it affects, well, it changes the bird's natural pattern of hunting and stuff, because it will just go to that spot when you feed it. Now, I've had a lot of people contact me on Instagram about the issue about this, and they've asked for my opinion. Some people seeing the videos in my hide that I've made. Now, I'm going to give you my opinion on it, and of course this is my opinion, so you don't have to necessarily agree with it or anything, but this is just my thoughts. So, I personally don't really have a problem with baiting, as long as it's in moderation, or if you're feeding the bird seed, that you kind of have to keep it up, because if you suddenly take away that food supply, the birds won't really know what to do. Obviously they've got their natural instinct, so they'll find it, but it'll just be a bit of a change for them. So like, if you keep on feeding them, they'll more and more come, but if you suddenly stop, there'll be a lot of birds in one area and there won't be enough food in that area to support them. So with regards to baiting with dead animals, I think it should be an animal that's been either culled, or an animal that's been roadkill, or an animal that you just have found dead. I don't think it should be like what people do, like they go out and put out a live mouse and they attach it to a string and then they like run around and then an owl will come down and they'll get the picture. I don't agree with that particularly, because, well, it's animal cruelty. Pretty much you're using a live animal to bait in another animal, but if it's been an animal which has been ethically killed, or one that's been hit by a car or something, and you move it into a field where it's a safe place for the buzzard to eat, I have no problem with that, because if you're feeding, if there's a dead animal on a road, you know, where cars are passing, a buzzard will go down and eat it along with crows and magpies, and they've got a chance of being hit by the cars. But if you take that piece of dead animal and put it into a field, magpies and buzzards will still go and eat it, but they're less likely to be hit by a car. Well, they're pretty much impossible to be hit by a car if you're in the middle of a field. Now that's just my view, so that's my point of view, that's what I do. So yeah, I put out squirrels. Often they've been hit by a car, or often they've been culled, because we've got a massive problem with grey squirrels in this area. There was a wood just down the road that was completely destroyed because there was about 40-50 grey squirrels in there. So I occasionally get a grey squirrel and I put it out on the log for the magpies and crows and buzzards to have a little feast on, which I think there isn't a problem with that, as long as it's, you know, safe for the buzzards to eat and stuff. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Now, you could probably hear the pitter-patter of rain. It's pretty chilly in here, I have to say, but I'm going to wait it out, because apparently at around midday it should start brightening up, and it's 9:30, so I've still got a couple of hours. So yeah, we'll just wait this little rainy period out, and hopefully the buzzard will come back down and show himself again. So the magpies are back. So they're back. The weather's kind of easing up a little bit, and hopefully some more birds will come and pay the feeding site a visit. So yeah, fingers crossed, and hopefully we can get some more shots. It's still raining, but I would really love to get some shots of them in the rain, but I'm struggling to bring that out, because there isn't a dark enough background to make the rain stand out a bit, because the grass itself is pretty light, so I'm struggling doing that. But maybe if the raindrops get a bit bigger, I'll be able to do so, but not the way it is now. I've got some slow-mo, and this is what I'm really loving about the 90D, all the capabilities that I didn't have before, like slow-mo, 4K, the high shutter rate, which allows me to capture the moments which I couldn't have captured previously on my 7D. And yeah, really enjoyable to use. These things are so funny. So something I really wasn't expecting today is that a pheasant has just turned up on the log. And this is really, really strange. I've never really photographed pheasants before, so this is quite interesting. He's a stunning animal. And he's just having a nibble at the grain, so this is so cool. I'm going to try and get some good shots of him. And maybe his presence will entice the buzzard down, but yeah. So there are some buzzards flying above, and you can really see when the pheasant is worried because he tilts his head up and looks up to the sky. And so cool. Hopefully, if the buzzard were to come down, that would be incredible. And yeah. So cool to watch these birds feeding, especially one as beautiful as the pheasant. I just had the pheasant walk probably about 3, 4, maybe less than that, a couple of meters away from the hide. Ran straight towards me. So cool to get the footage of him walking close to me though. Alright, so I've been here for about 9 hours. I've been in this hide, and I've seen buzzard, magpie, pheasant, and I've seen some crows in the top field as well. Unfortunately I didn't manage to get any shots of the buzzard, but I did get some cool encounters with the magpies and the pheasant. So yeah, I think it's well been worth it coming out here, and I love coming out here as well, because you just get to seclude yourself from civilization almost, and just do some photography by yourself and really reconnect with the art form of photography. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up the video here, so thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this one, and hopefully we'll be back in the hide sooner or later in the coming months. So if you want to see that, drop a comment, and if you have any other video ideas, suggestions, drop those in the comments as well. Thank you very much for spending this time with me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until next time.